Hachi Machi, Red Bank, New Jersey. The boys are coming out to the Count Basie Theater August 17th, one of the biggest shows we have ever done. So grab the squad and come on out for a little AYG Live.
And that ain't it. In September, we're doing the Route 66 tour. We're starting in Chicago, hitting St. Louis, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, and Los Angeles. We got a bus. We're going the whole way. 10 shows in 12 days. We're filming the whole thing. Get your tickets. We'll see you there.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
Oh, yeah.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out if they're good to be classy, or if they're just a big old piece of trash. Trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in the new edition. She's upstairs getting dinner ready.
Okay.
Going to be hamburger helper tonight. Everybody's excited.
All right.
Except for Kippy. My co-host is coming at you from right next to me. Laying off the carbs this week, I see. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage. He is an international businessman, and he is the king of the boardwalk, baby. Give it up for the chicken parm hero, KJ, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
What up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. As you know, those numbers are
Through the roof.
cooking, baby. Cooking. Then obviously the greatest website of all time, www.patreon.com/areyougarbage. You go over there, you get 3-4 bajillion hours worth of bonus content.
It's a lot.
It's all right, gang. Check it out.
And how about a nice shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the old magic man. Makes us all look good. Works the ones, the twos, the threes, and the fours. He crosses the T's and he dots his I's. Give it up for T-Bone McScruffins. Toby McMullen, everybody.
What up, boys?
What up, T-Bone?
I'm stoked. We got the homie in, dude.
Got a good guy in here.
Started out from Jump Street with this guy. Many a beer and a shot deal, and he was like our Christopher Columbus from Chicago. Pioneer, got out here, Midwestern kid makes good. What's not to love?
Bootlegging up in Canada with this guy. Gang, the long hair ain't lying, because we couldn't be more excited to have our incredibly, and I mean incredibly special guest here with us today for the first time. He's a very funny stand-up comedian and podcaster. You can hear him every week on his amazing podcast, You're an Idiot, and he has an absolutely fantastic special over there on his YouTube page, The Only Funny White Man. Give it up for Geoffrey Asmus, everybody.
Hey, what's
Let him
up,
hear
guys?
it.
What's
This
up,
is
buddy?
amazing.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
pal?
having me. Not much. I'm just marveling at you guys' slick machine. You guys like
It's all AI, dude.
I love it. It sounds like it. All the riffs and raps.
Wore his good
I
thrift
love
store
it.
T-shirt in here. I like it.
You know what? I got this in the mail the other day.
I can tell it still has the factory
I
factory
literally have
fold on
never
it.
worn this
Yeah.
before. This is the debut for the pod. Come on.
Damn, I got AYG coming up. I gotta get something
I'm
nice.
I'm a sweater guy, and I can't wear them in the summer. I have like 3 T-shirts, so this is. I'm dying.
How
I'm
far will
dying.
you push that into the spring, the sweater?
I only stopped wearing them like a month ago.
I'm
Yeah.
right there with you with casual jackets.
I can't wear. I don't like T-shirts on stage.
I'm
They
right
see
there
how
with you.
skinny I am. They're like, we could beat this motherfucker up.
Not listening to this nerd.
My-
Keep running your mouth.
Exactly. My act doesn't work if they know they could split me in half. It doesn't work.
I love how you think of sweaters turning that around for you.
They think I'm bulk. They think I'm bulking up. Yeah, you wear a tight sweater.
He's
you
got
can-
3 sweaters on.
Don't let this cotton knit fool you.
I bench 110. Come on.
Give us the origin story. Give us the backstory. Where are you from? What do you do? Tell me
Wisconsin
everything.
kid, I believe.
Twin Cities, Minnesota.
Oh,
Went to college in Wisconsin.
gotcha.
Woodbury, Minnesota, a suburb of the Twin Cities.
Okay.
Beautiful little Applebee's town. It's like a Stepford Wives suburb, if we're being
Gotcha.
real. There's not a single independent business.
It's one of those like made up towns.
It's made
where
up
like they
town.
were like, let's put homes and
It's a mall
national
that
chains
people
here.
live in.
Sure.
That's what it is. It's just I don't think there's any independent places. My dad had the same job as Homer Simpson. Exact same job.
He worked at a nuclear
He was
power
the
plant?
safety guy at a nuclear power plant in
Holy
Minnesota.
shit.
Legitimately the exact same job. Yeah.
Did he go to school for that?
He did. He is a smart guy, but I don't think it took much intelligence, really.
What was his... Wait, you grew up next to a nuclear power
It
plant?
was like 30 minutes away. Yeah. Because of my dad, I'm pro nuclear power. We got to bring
Sure.
it back. Come on.
Was
it's
it that
good.
bad? I don't really
It was
know.
3 Mile Island. One guy got an extra arm. Come on. It's not that big of a deal.
Some people will view
Come
that
on.
as a plus.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to make a 3-eyed fish, you're going to break a couple eggs. You know what I mean?
In The
go.
Simpsons, they had the 3-eyed
Yeah.
fish.
That's
Blinky.
true.
Yep.
Holy shit. What did he go to? What was his?
I think it was a chemical engineer at the University of Minnesota, where I was supposed to go, but then I rebelled and went to the University of Wisconsin.
They still talk to you?
They do now. They
guy's
were
a real
mad.
renegade.
They
You're
were
ready to
fucking crazy. I'm fucking crazy. I went to another Big Ten school.
Sure.
Sorry.
Out there with them city slickers in Wisconsin. And what'd your mom do?
My mom was a special ed nurse.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
High
she
school?
worked-
Grade school?
I mean, they all acted like they were in grade school,
Yeah,
but they were. It was. I think it was like. I actually don't know how old they were. I literally couldn't.
Was
I mean,
it in your school district that
It
you
was
went
in the
to?
same school district, not in the same school. Same school district.
Never as you were growing up. You never were in the same building with her.
No, I went to take your child to work day a couple of times, and it was just like her sticking G tubes in kids.
Brothers and sisters?
One younger sister who I just officiated her wedding last weekend. Actually,
a side job.
Yeah,
All right.
side job. Those are the best gigs because they're.
What, would you get paid for it?
No, I wish. I kept saying I
The
didn't.
catering's fantastic.
The
I
little
thanked
crowd
my
work up
agent
front?
on stage. I said, "Thank you for booking me, L'Chaim, on stage." But those are great because they don't expect you to be funny.
Those are the best when you
They're-
can get
they're
a couple
killing.
of laughs in, and yeah, for sure.
Like when you had our priest as a kid, he would say like, "When Jesus came back, that's like scoring a touchdown," and the crowd went nuts.
I used to love a
Holy
funny
shit.
priest, man.
Oh my
The
God,
homily. That was the first. I was raised Catholic. That was the first stand-up
Absolutely.
sets I ever saw.
They're-
If you get a guy up there hitting a couple of novena jokes, not bad.
They're churning out time too. They're
Sure.
doing a new 20 every week.
I know.
They're some of the most prolific
7
comics
o'clock
on
show,
earth.
9 o'clock show.
hate Leno all you want, but he's got new material
You
every
go
night.
to you go to all three. You see how he hones it by the 11 o'clock mass. Oh my God, the
He's got the
references
notebook
are
out
in.
at 5 o'clock on Saturday.
Virgin Mary didn't hit. Okay, we're not that. Galatians this time. Okay.
Lose that.
You were Catholic. Yeah, I went to Catholic school actually.
All the way
Yeah.
through?
Fifth grade through senior year of high school. Yeah.
Where were you before that?
I was a public school. There wasn't a Catholic school. Then we helped fund the local Catholic school, and then like
Really?
everyone, it was like a crowdfunding in the end. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, they like started in like a gym basement of a secular school, and then they built their own fucking Catholic propaganda machine. Catholic school
This kid
rocked.
turns quick.
No, I like Catholic school. It was fun. It was
Are you
fun.
Catholic though, or no?
I mean, I don't know.
Were
I
you? Like, were you raised
Oh
Catholic?
yeah, for
Okay,
sure,
okay.
for sure. Yeah, I think it has its merits.
Sure.
New Pope's not bad. He's kind of a cool
he just
guy.
Had, just had all those
He had
comedians
Chris
over,
Rock in
yeah.
the Vatican. That's not bad. I'm into it. Catholic school with the uniforms rocked too.
Yeah, they were
The
all
uniform,
right.
you couldn't get bullied.
Was it?
Because you couldn't. If I would have chosen what I wore in 6th grade, they would have beat the shit out of me.
I feel like you would have wore the same thing.
I would have
though.
worn a long Def Leppard T-shirt every day. I was the kid who loved 80s hair metal. That was
Real-
my
How old of a
look.
guy are you?
I'm only 34, and it makes
Whoa.
no sense. But I would love Def Leppard, Poison, Cinderella, Great White. That was my
Really?
shit in high school and middle school.
Great White. That
Great
is a-
White.
That's a B-side. Great White.
Oh, I mean, they had the largest concert fire in world history. Great White.
That's why I like 'em.
200 dead, Rhode Island. Never forget. They changed the laws for them.
They did. I remember
did.
that, 'cause it was-
You
it
can't
was-
do pyro. It was like pyrotechnics lit the asbestos on
Yeah,
fire or
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
It's actually really brudally sad.
You think
but-
that would have been
yeah.
already a rule?
You
No
think it was.
pyrotechnics at a pizza place.
It was the fucking 80s, dude. It was wide open. You can do whatever you want.
No, it wasn't even in. It was in
No,
the
this
early
was
2000s.
not that long ago.
They
Oh,
weren't even
shit.
famous anymore. They were like a nobody playing at like a 200-person club in Providence. And
It'd be like if we had pyrotechnics at the Lantern.
yeah, it would
Let's-
be.
well,
It's like if the Grizzly Pear
Hey, on
went
the
up in
way down, we'll
flames.
do that, okay?
Yeah, that'd be-
Toby's going to be our pyro guy.
the Dayton Funny Bone burned down last week.
AYG's back on the road, baby.
How your sister? Did she go to the same school as you? Was it girls and boys?
It was recent in the 90s. I think they made it girls and boys, but yeah, we both went to the same high school and middle school. Yes.
Okay.
And she is now a physical therapist out in Central Washington State.
Huh.
She's kind of a hippie. She's a hiker. She lives in the middle of nowhere.
Are your folks still living at the same house that you grew up in?
Since like I was like 6 years old, same house.
Okay.
There was a house before that, but I really don't remember it. It was
Sure.
another suburb, I think.
And did you live in a street, an avenue, a pike?
Court.
Boston Road. It was a dead end though. There was only two houses on it, and there was a sign that said road construction coming soon for 20 years, and they've never made it longer.
Now, when you say dead end,
That's a
not a
first.
cul-de-sac.
Not a cul-de-sac.
Not a cul-de-sac, just a dead end.
So I make a left down your street.
You make a right down the street, and then there's 2 houses, and it just ends.
On both sides.
2 houses on the right, 1 on the other side. So 3, I guess. Yeah.
And then what is the...
What was at the end? Was
Yeah.
it the guardrail?
It was literally just the street just ended. It was like they just ran out of tar. It was just like they're like, oh, budget cuts, couldn't make it.
Is there a field back there?
There was
Woods?
a cornfield there. It actually just recently got turned into a development, but it
There
was
you
a
go.
cornfield as a kid. We would play in the gravel pit.
Did they
run
connect
through the corn.
it? Or you're still the
It's still a dead end. They never
connected to the new
No, they
neighborhood.
went a roundabout way. I don't know why.
Oh,
Actually,
man.
yeah, I have
Because
no
they
idea.
want to screw you in your property value. They
That
don't want it
is
going
true.
up.
Well, it's because my dad was always like, we're not paying to get a fucking sewer put in. Because like
Man,
we had
about dying on a hill.
oh my, because we had a
the
well.
outhouse is fine.
We had a well or whatever, and he's well's better. We don't want to.
You had well water?
We had well water.
We did
yeah.
find out well is better. It's naturally purified by like the limestone or something.
It is.
Unless
yeah.
a raccoon or something
And
gets
there was
in
a
there.
thing in Woodbury where like some chemical plant exploded, and all the town's
Jesus
water
Christ.
supply had like some chemical in the water, and we were like, we're good, because of the well water. And there was
See, I
like,
told you,
there was
kids.
like ash raining down on our house for like a month. The whole town was like covered in ash. I don't remember why. Something exploded. We got a bunch of money because you could like wipe ash off the side of the house for like a month.
You got a little payout.
Yeah, we got a little payout. My family we're litigious folk.
Really?
They've sued like 3 or 4 people and won. Yeah.
About
Wait a minute.
without getting into detail, right?
Well, I mean, there is.
I'm sure there's some sort of gag order involved.
There
Hey,
is
make sure somebody walks him out. I don't want to slip and fall in
you
here.
want to know a wild story? I don't think I've told this on a podcast very often. Okay, I didn't find this out until I was 18. I was a year old. I was with my babysitter. I was sitting in the back seat in a car seat. She stops at a gas station, goes inside to get something. Somehow she put me in the car seat wrong, and I fell out, and I was hung on the seatbelt. I was like hanging on there, and they had to airlift me to a child's hospital. I
Whoa.
died. My heart and brain stopped for like 8 to 10 minutes, and then they sued the shit out of this poor babysitter.
Oh my God! She has no cash.
What
She
about
had
the
nothing.
She had nothing. I bet she's living in a gutter right now
What
because
the
of it.
fuck?
Damn.
But
I
got
thought you were going to say the car manufacturer, the seatbelt company,
no,
the gas
they
station.
went after Crystal. I don't know her name, but they went after her.
Dumb bitch had it
And
coming.
I gotta
Did they
go
get any money out of
I
her?
got to go to college for free, basically. Yeah, which was amazing. Yeah, I lived at large in college. It was crazy. But I'll probably die 10 years younger because of it.
He's at a party. He's at a party talking to girls. Yeah, it's dead for 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll buy your Jello shots, babe. Yeah, the red Solo cup's on me.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I assume she never babysit you.
I
after
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, probably not. I would maybe to pay off the bills. She like you do this for free for 5 years.
She's
we'll
an
cut it
indentured
down.
servant.
Yeah.
I assume the relationship soured
I
after the
don't
judgment.
think-
Fucked up.
I'm sure she doesn't like. She downvotes my clips online.
Sure.
I bet.
Yeah.
Who else did they sue?
They sued the person they bought the house from. Lied about like the roof leaking. That was actually the only legitimate one in my mind. It was like leaking crazily, so they got a lot of money. Then they sued this
Your
chemical
parents are
company
dirtbags.
for like the soot, the ash that was raining down on our house.
That makes sense.
There's one more I can't remember right now. But you know, that's the American legal system. Take advantage of it. Come on, this is the
Suing
life.
He's like that
babysitters?
dude in the suit with the question marks.
Yeah.
It's free money.
Lionel Hutz was our lawyer. It's amazing. Come on, you guys never sued someone? It's a thrill.
No.
Nah, we were anti.
Not the goddamn babysitter.
The babysitter was wrong.
That's crazy.
Looking back, that was wrong.
I mean, hey, you won the case.
We
Cash
won the
talk.
case, and the lady can never go on a vacation again. She's never owned a car.
She's not allowed to
since.
be around children, too.
She's ridden the bus the rest of her life.
What was the grocery store growing up?
Grocery store was Rainbow Foods, or Cub or Rainbow.
Okay.
Those are I think they're gone now. They're now called Roundies. Roundies, and those are the type of people that shop there.
a couple of portly
Couple
gentlemen.
of fatties. It was a pretty average grocery store. Piggly Wiggly's the one in Wisconsin, of course.
Okay.
Next door.
The
That was not
famous
far
one.
away. Yeah.
Okay.
What was your diet like growing up? Are you a picky eater?
Yes, I am. Yeah, my parents.
Toby with the lob in.
That's a good. You can tell.
What makes you say that?
His favorite food is chips.
Did you know
He didn't
that?
have oxygen for
That's
48
true.
hours.
When we were watching the Super Bowl, you were like, I think my favorite. I was like, what's your favorite food? You're like, I think chips. And then you're like, well, and then your girlfriend turned and was like, it's chips.
It's
And then he sued you for embarrassment.
a good kettle barbecue chip is unbeatable.
You're not
I'm
wrong.
sorry.
The
I'm
deep
sorry.
liver or whatever, they're solid.
You dip them into a little French onion dip. Oh my God, I could have an entire gallon of that stuff. It's amazing.
Kettle cooked should be the
standard.
Yeah.
I don't know why we even go with the garbage. The Ruffles, disgusting.
Ruffles cheddar. I have to disagree with you on there. They're all right.
It's
but
got a crunch to it. Anything that doesn't have like a good crunch.
It's got to have a good crunch.
Yeah.
You know what? To answer your question, Toby, our snack, the creme de la creme for the Asmus family was barbecue chips and tuna. You dip it
Your
in.
family was
you would
doing
mix
that?
tuna with mayonnaise and like a little pepper, and you just dip it in there.
That's prepper
That
shit,
was our
dude.
big. That is, yeah, because tuna never goes bad.
when would you break that out?
That was like a summertime treat. At the cabin, you're sitting on the dock, you're eating chips and tuna in the 90-degree weather.
Like a cat, dude.
Yeah, that's
Tuna
crazy.
outside.
Cat's got something going. Tuna's amazing. A lot of mercury. I love that.
I love tuna, but tuna outside, I get that weird flavor in my
Well, I mean,
mouth.
it gets a little you have to eat it quick.
That's why you
have to eat it
That's why
quick.
you eat it on a chip. baby.
Yeah.
That barbecue sauce does the heavy lifting.
See, now that is something I thought was normal till I went to college. I thought everyone mixed mayo and tuna with a little lemon pepper. I thought that's what.
No, that's how you make tuna. I'm a big tuna fish guy.
Sure.
But you
Yeah.
never dipped a chip in it? You
No,
never,
of course, yeah, I have, and
This-
I've put chips on a tuna fish sandwich. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something weird about it with your family doing it. I
And it
can't
was in
really
like
figure
a
out
big,
why.
it was big crock pot. You're eating it out of there.
A crock
Not
pot?
like a crock pot looking, like a big plastic bowl.
Like a
How many
mixing
cans
bowl.
of tuna
mixing
are we
bowl,
talking?
big mixing bowl. You'd probably put like 4 or 5. It was a lot of tuna.
That's too much
A lot.
tuna.
It is, and the
For
FDA,
4 of you?
The FDA agrees that was too much tuna.
They
That is
stepped in.
going to give me cancer.
So we
one.
sued them.
Yeah, they sued my parents. This
Free
is
tuna for life.
gross negligence.
What was you mentioned a cabin? What was the vacations like?
No, so my grandparents have like a literal log cabin in northern Minnesota, probably like 2 hours north of the Twin Cities.
Okay.
It has like 1 bedroom, a small kitchen, no phone, no internet.
No
It's
AC.
amazing. No AC, yeah. But it's like in this wooded area, and we have our own beach because like it used to be a resort or something, so they had a beach there, but it's no longer a resort. It's just like a little 50-foot stretch of sand. On one
That's
of the,
pretty good,
It's
though.
actually amazing. It's
Yeah,
an
that's
amazing
great.
place. Oh yeah, we
Okay.
had a boat and a canoe. It was awesome. Yeah.
Kip, thank God for Blue Chew, baby.
Knock, knock, boner alert.
Gang, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me and all the things in between. Guys, remember the days when you were always ready to go? You remember that?
Woo!
Huh? In high school?
Those were the high school.
Walking around humming.
Uh-huh.
You walk through walls, you were vibrating so bad.
Something you could swing from.
Well, now you can increase your performance and get a little extra confidence in the bedroom. Listen up, baby. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra. Thought that was a yogurt. But in chewable tablets at a fraction of the cost. You take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm talking about.
How you doing? And it works. If you don't think you need it, give it a shot, baby.
Whew,
It's like
man.
swinging with 2 bats.
Yikes.
You can try it for a month and see. You're gonna love it, baby. Blue Chew wants you to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And they got a special deal for all you garbage
Hit me.
listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code GARBAGE at checkout. Just pay $5 in shipping. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code GARBAGE to receive your first month for free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details, important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Yes, we do. Kate, what do you know about that liquid IV?
Oh, best hangover cure.
You like drinking?
Love drinking.
Let me give you a little pro tip.
What's that?
Before you go to bed at night,
This is my pro tip.
crush a liquid IV. It'll change brunch the next day.
It does.
Your mom won't be screaming at you because you're sleeping in your oatmeal. Gang, I'm going to tell you this about liquid IV. First of all, everybody's copying it. Everybody's trying to get in on the action, but they're the OGs. All right, you could do it for your workout. You could do it when you're hungover. I'll tell you when it really comes through, where I fell in love with liquid IV when I was sick.
Yeah.
That Ouzo apple or Ouzo pineapple.
Good.
Oh, man. I tell you all the time, I was sucking it down like mother's milk.
Yeah, it's a single stick of liquid IV, delivers better hydration than water alone with 3 times the electrolytes
I just had one.
of the leading sports drinks, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients.
There you go.
Guys, we're on the road all the time. We travel with bags of it. The whole team uses it in the morning after a long night. If you're traveling, the whole thing, a long night of booze or whatever it is. We power everybody. Yeah, we get in the car. Where's the Liquid IV? Hit us, hit us, hit us. Everybody's all over it. It's fan-friggin-tastic. So turn your ordinary water into extraordinary hydration with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code GARBAGE at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code GARBAGE at liquidiv.com. Damn it.
Was there extended family around you?
No, just my grandparents would come up sometimes.
That's it.
That was it.
Your mom and dad had no brothers or sisters in the area?
My dad had a brother who would come every 5 years. They
it.
really never came up. I don't know why.
So you didn't grow up with any cousins. It was you and your sister.
We had cousins. We hung out with them on like holidays, really.
Gotcha.
They all lived in like Western. Our family lived in the suburbs. 80% of the rest of them live in the farm country, Western Minnesota.
Okay.
My mom and all my grandparents were farmers.
Really?
They all grew up.
Even the ones that had the cabin.
They were farmers until they were like 30 years old. And
What kind of farms?
They were like farming beets, farming corn, farming more farm animals. They were also well drillers. The Schaefer family well drilling empire in Western Minnesota.
Really?
Is that true? Your mom's side of the family?
I think they still have it. Joel Schaefer, Schaefer Drilling. Yeah, I think. Look it up. Look up this up too. I think it should be in St. Peter, Minnesota. They used to run that town.
So you have a little oil
that's
money.
Real hillbilly shit.
No, like wells, like for water. Like if you need a water on your farm.
Oil well.
No, you thought they struck oil in Minnesota?
Yeah.
You thought there were those farms with the derricks on them going up and down, pumping a little money out? That would be better.
Eating albacore tuna.
Yeah. We'd have internet at the cabin if they did that. Yeah. They are a lot of and then we had to go like chicken slaughters. They would invite us to the yearly chicken slaughter at the farm.
Okay.
How'd they kill them?
They would chop them off with an axe. You'd watch it happen.
They invited people over for
They
that.
would. It'd be like a little party, like everyone's running around
As
the farm.
a kid, you're doing this.
I only went once or twice when I was real young, but yeah. And then they'd eat it eventually. They'd pluck the defeather it and eat it for dinner.
Would you take a chicken home with you?
Oh
family?
yeah. They would give us meat and
I'm
stuff.
going all the way out there now. Leave with a chicken.
We're getting a fucking chicken.
What the
Come
fuck,
on.
dude? Get yourself a roto at least.
Yeah, a little rotisserie.
Was there another freezer in your house growing up?
deep
Was there a
freeze?
meat freezer?
There was a meat.
It was full of people, man. These guys are freaks.
That's Wisconsin, not Minnesota.
Yikes.
Most serial killers per capita, Wisconsin. But
Is that true?
That is. I read that somewhere.
It went down after he left.
Yeah, Dahmer, Geen, they're from Wisconsin.
That's two.
You're naming them like baseball players.
And that's Willie Mays right there. That's a good guy.
Sure.
Well, we
Dahmer,
did have a
Geen.
meat freezer in the basement. Yep.
Did your dad hunt or anything like that?
No hunting.
He
not
wasn't
a
an
hunting
outdoors
family.
guy.
We were outdoors, but not like that. We were like hiking, camping stuff.
Sure.
A lot of our vacations were camping.
When was the first time you were on a plane?
Oh,
Did you go to did you ever do Disney or fly to see relatives?
You know,
or?
we did timeshare vacations in Florida. My mom and
Welcome
dad,
to the show, kid.
we probably did like 5 of them.
That's too many.
To Fort Myers. We went to Fort Myers Beach, and they would always. Have you been on them before?
No.
You have to I don't really know how you sign up for them, but you got to go to these presentations.
You sign up, they'll give you the free weekend, but you have to sit through a high pressure sales pitch.
And my
like 2 of them.
my mom would always almost buy a timeshare. She was very gullible, very you could persuade her to do anything.
She said, well, when you put it like that, yeah it makes sense.
Oh, wow, we can own a property for a week for the price of a year? Oh, that's a good deal. My dad, they would get in a huge fight We're not buying a timeshare on Sanibel Island, Joan.
It's a nice island, though.
It's a nice island.
Very nice island.
It is a very nice island, but that was for a lot of our vacations.
Is there a beach in Fort Myers?
There was a beach, yeah. It was pretty trashy looking back. But
The only way that I know Fort Myers is I had one buddy who that's where they went every summer, and we'd all be like, yeah, we're going to Florida. Oh, you going to Disneyland? You're going to Disney World, whatever. Now we're going to Fort Myers.
Fort
Myers. What the fuck is that?
And you look back, I think it's like by Naples. It's like the oldest part of the country. Everyone's 70 plus ages. It's really not fun. We went to Disney World once or twice though too.
There you go. Was there a little bit of cash in the house?
I mean, they had a nice white collar job.
I think they did okay. I remember
your dad. I would assume.
I think my dad
was doing
did pretty
right.
well. Yeah, I think he lost a lot of money in 2008. I think he
Who
got
didn't,
he got cooked by that. I remember times were a little tight for a couple of
he
years.
was big
then.
into Enron.
Yeah. I think he might have had one of those subprime mortgages, maybe, or
What,
something. I think that could have
what
been
were the
it.
cars like growing up?
Cars? We had a Toyota Camry hatchback.
Okay.
You could have, they had a back seat, but the seat was turned backwards.
Facing outside.
That was fun.
That was big.
Sure.
Incredibly dangerous.
Very.
If you got rear-ended even like not that bad, you could break a leg.
That's probably why they bought it, looking for a suit.
We thought it was...
He was stopping short all over town.
Hit us! Come on.
He had dash cams and shit going.
Dad, why are we sitting on the train tracks? Shut up. Eat your tuna.
We would always scream when the cars were coming in, trying to stop. That was a great time. We would always bring it. We had a drive-in movie theater. That was a big thing.
Okay.
Did you have those as kids?
Yeah, we had.
We went to the drive-in all the time every summer. Turn the
I'm
thing
14 years
backwards.
older than you, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You're younger than me.
You're what, 34?
34.
Going to a drive-in?
It's one of the last like dozen in America.
Sounds like he grew up in the 50s, dude.
No,
It really does.
we had two in Twin Cities.
So we were driving the Studebaker.
There were rival ones. You'd see which one would have the better showings and stuff. I don't know if they're still there, but that was so fun.
They're all movies that are like 20 years old.
No, they would have new ones. They would have. I remember I saw White Chicks at a drive-in.
White Chicks.
I didn't really quite
3
get
years ago.
Yeah, that's new, right? These Wayans brothers.
These guys are
really,
good. They got a big future out of them. Was there AC in the house, I assume?
AC in the house, yeah. It never got to. I mean, Minnesota. There's only be like a month where it was really hot. Really.
Window units or central air?
Central air.
What was your
Central air.
prime source of heat? Was it electric?
It was, electric. Yeah,
Fireplace?
furnace. We had a fireplace. We didn't use it all that often, but we had a fireplace.
Okay.
Yes. When I was in college, they got a hot tub too.
Whoa, a standalone hot tub?
Yeah, after me and my sister left the coop, my parents got a hot tub.
Sure. They started swinging.
Yeah, we could finally. Yeah.
And a couple new neighborhood friends.
Upside down pineapple at the dead end.
Yeah, right. Oh God.
What? Wait, where was the hot tub?
The hot tub was in the backyard, and so
It was in their bedroom?
In the bed, yeah, a heart-shaped hot tub. Oh God,
I played that gig before. Unfortunately, shout out to the Romance Cove or whatever.
You got a heart-shaped hot tub for a gig once?
No, it was in a no. I'm saying that's in the hotel room.
I thought you did a one-nighter in the Poconos or something.
I did. Yeah,
oh, you did. Yeah.
But it was. I mean, that wasn't my payment.
Yeah.
That was in the hotel room.
You get an hour in the hot tub. That's it.
Hey, where are you working?
That's a great.
Things were tough before the show hit all.
You got to watch your dryer unit.
Okay, so it was by itself. That's a tough one.
Standalone hot
No pool.
No
growing
pool. Our neighbors had a pool. They never invited us over.
I wouldn't either.
You smelled like tuna.
It did. Smelled like tuna.
You got chips in the pool.
I didn't wear deodorant a lot.
Hold on. Sorry. How close of a neighbor are we talking? Right next door?
Literally 50 feet away.
And
I don't know why we were friends until we were like 8, and then I don't know what happened. We never really were friends.
Was there a
after
fence?
that. No fence.
And they didn't invite you over?
They never invited us over.
Oh, that's some beef with the
it's
parents.
Been 30. But they're friends now. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
What?
But they weren't for a while. I don't know. Yeah.
So they got that hot tub. They started swinging.
They might have been like, yeah, come over. We'll let you finger your wife in the hot tub. Well, let's use the pool.
I mean,
okay?
that's a dick move. And there was kids that were your age?
There was a kid my age, maybe a year older, and then a girl like 3 years older than me.
Did you play with those kids?
We did until we were like 8 or 9, and then
How
I
do
think
you
we
just
went to
stop
different
playing with-
schools. We went to different schools. They didn't go. Maybe it's because they didn't go private school. They didn't go religious school.
But
we
in
were
the
like,
summer.
don't touch those heathen scum.
Sure.
You got it, Catholics. We got to stick together.
But
We
in
gotta-
the summer, it's
No,
a hot
it's-
summer day. Hey, if you want to come
He's
over.
at the cabin.
We would hear the kids playing, and we just were like, okay, I guess we'll run in the sprinkler
Oh
next
my
door. Yeah,
God,
yeah.
that's brutal.
That was brutal. Looking back, fuck the.
Jesus Christ. His kid names names, dude.
right.
Fuck you. No, they're good people. They just made a terrible mistake, and they'll pay one day. And then our other neighbor was the guy who all he does is lawn work.
Gotcha.
That's the only time I've ever. He's like 75 and still mowing his lawn every day, go chopping wood. He's got
Probably
some
looks sharp
project.
out there.
He looks good.
How's your yard? How was your yard?
My parents
growing
are
up?
very into
A
yard
lot of
work.
dirt, I feel.
Well, big garden, huge garden.
Okay.
Really?
We had like 2 acres. It was like kind of a big suburban yard.
Gotcha.
It, like a lot
all
of it
the
was
carrots
woods.
all the carrots are giant from the power plant.
Yeah. Hey, it's good eating. It's good eating. And
Feed a whole family with that carrot.
come on. My mom was really into gardening. She had a beautiful flower garden, and she did a really good job. She used us as slaves to work in it.
Sure. Who would cut the grass growing up? You?
I would for $20. I would get $20 to do
That's
it.
not a bad
remember-
pay.
Not bad. And-
2 acres, though.
And you
That's
had the ride lawnmower. That was fun. Well, you had
Not
to do
bad.
the ride, then you had to do the push, then you had to weed whack.
Sure.
You had to do all 3. It took probably like 3 hours.
Small
I'd say.
mower, push mower in the front for the front yard?
Push mower for like around like the rock landscaping and stuff like that. Then you had to weed whack around the play area.
Huh.
We had a play area that collapsed on me when I was
What's
like 10.
like a jungle gym?
like
type thing?
a wooden one you put together from Home Depot, and it fell on me.
Wait, hold on. One of the nice wooden ones, did it have like red, blue, and yellow on top, like a little?
Yeah, I think so. And,
Those were
and
expensive.
One swing too. My dad must have put it together wrong because it literally collapsed on me, and I was like trapped under it.
You sued him?
Yeah. I'll wait till I'm 18, then I've got you, Dad.
Holy shit!
Huh.
All right, man.
Any pets growing up?
Pets, we did.
This might get weird. This might.
You know what? Actually, our pets met. A couple of them met tragic ends.
You don't say.
We had a bird named Smiley Bird, a cockatiel. All he would say was "Wake up, Tom." That's my dad's name. My uncle taught him.
Was
that.
it a loose bird or?
No, he was in a cage. He was in a cage.
Where was he kept?
He was in like this little metal cage, and occasionally unfortunately, we put the cage in the yard one day because he liked to be outside. Somehow,
How'd you know that?
You just assume a bird likes to
talk.
I've met a bird before. I've seen a bird.
Prisoners like to go in the yard, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, where was the cage kept normally in the house?
Usually in the living room. It was next to the window, so he'd get some sunlight.
So you're sitting there watching TV?
But we would always put a towel over it to trick him it was night, so he would shut up. Because he would just say, "Wake up, Tom," all day. And he would whistle this song called The Blue Danube. It's like this old song. I can't remember the melody, but if you've played it,
Wait, the
everyone would
Linda
know it.
Ronstadt song?
No, it's like an old like waltz song. It's like an old. I can't remember the melody now.
Fucking serial killer bird living in the
My
house.
aunt and uncle taught him those things when they took care of the bird as like a prank, and then he never learned anything else for like a decade. He would just say, "Wake up, Tom," over and over again. We all hated the bird.
Hi, now I know why he didn't get invited swimming.
Yeah, right? Between the tuna, the bird.
The bird was bad, but the saddest thing about the bird, we left him in the yard one day, and there was like a wild cat or something, knocked the cage over, the door swung open, cat ate the bird.
Jesus.
It was just a bunch of feathers and blood in our front yard.
Wait, how big of what kind of bird was it?
It was a
again?
cockatiel. It was like that big. Big as
Okay.
like a
Not like a
hoagie.
toucan.
No.
So he couldn't handle himself.
No, he couldn't live.
a house bird.
He couldn't. Well, he escaped one time, and my mom called the fire department to help get him down.
They found him in Jersey.
Yeah,
found
right?
him in Jersey.
He's out smoking weed with the
He
other
crossed
birds.
the Mississippi River. My mom got the fire department involved to get him. It was a boring suburb. That was an exciting day for
Where
them.
was the bird?
It was he got in like a 50-foot tall tree, and they got the ladder up there, and they
Man,
they
just
were,
let him
they
go.
were, I agree. They were shooting him with squirt guns to try to get him down, because when the feathers are wet, they can't fly or something.
He's still whistling up there.
Wake up, Tom.
You miss me.
I hated Smiley. That was a terrible bird.
Huh, all right, so you had the bird.
We had a cat named Slippers who got eaten by a coyote.
like the Wild West out there.
Tragic end. We had a salamander that walked through.
What the fuck?
That walked through a fan and got eviscerated. It escaped somehow and walked through one of those box fans. It walked through a
Had a
box fan.
Chihuahua, murder, suicide.
Yeah.
We had a dog that died of natural causes. We did, yes.
Good
They
9
made it till
millimeter
the
to the
end. That's natural. It's natural.
He got run over by a Camry
She was
hatchback.
begging for it. Yeah, we had a.
She knew too much.
She knew too. She was a beagle. We had her for like 18 years. She was a great dog.
That's
Okay.
Lucky dog, great dog.
What was the
great dog.
salamander's name?
I don't remember the salamander's name.
It's a weird pet to have.
That
man.
was a weird
What'd you
pet.
keep it in, like a fish tank?
Yeah. We had hermit crabs too. They
Sure.
died.
They come and go.
They died because we put like rocks instead of sand in their cage or whatever, and apparently you're not supposed to do that because their pincers got stuck under the rocks, so they couldn't walk to the food. They just got like trapped underneath the
He's
rocks.
standing over top smoking a cigarette. Good luck.
Good luck getting to that chow. So a lot of pets died now that I look back.
Yeah. What was in your room, in your bed? You guys had your own rooms, I assume.
We did.
How many
yeah.
how many bedrooms was in the house total?
So eventually there was I had one, my sister and my parents, and eventually there was a guest bedroom after they finished the basement. The basement wasn't finished till I was like 15 or 16 or
And
something
what was
like that.
down there before? Just an unfinished.
It was just an unfinished basement. We had a TV, and that's where we would have like sleepovers and stuff.
Video
I was going to
games.
ask you. You did have sleepovers?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You had friends?
Oh yeah, we had a nerd.
Where did you fall in the high school hierarchy?
I was a funny nerd.
Okay.
I was a nerd, but it was okay because I was funny.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
That was what I was like on Quiz Bowl. We went to nationals, no big deal.
What's Quiz Bowl?
I don't
It's
know, but
like-
it sounds corny.
It's like you go to do Jeopardy at other high schools. It's the biggest losers you. I mean, if you saw how ugly the kids on my Quiz Bowl team were, is tragic.
My Quiz Bowl team.
Oh, we were good. We Joe Vaccaro, he's a legend in the Quiz Bowl.
Was there? Did they have
I mean,
a
there was
name?
a guy at another school that had a claw arm that we were like, oh, the claw, he's too good.
Sure.
He was
He's robotic.
He couldn't. That was all he had was Quiz Bowl. You had a little buzzer. They'd say a question. You buzz in, answer. Oh, it's so fun.
Did you guys have a name?
We were the okay. So we were the Hill Murray Pioneers, and we were the Pioneers with the math symbol.
Yikes.
We thought that was so clever.
That's pretty good.
We
man.
got a letter jacket. I got a brain on my letter jacket for a Quiz Bowl.
That's fucking.
So the football team knew who to beat
They
up.
knew, yeah, exactly. But no, he's funny. Leave him alone.
Well,
Leave him alone.
Did you have a category that was like your specialty,
Give
like
me a
sports
question.
or
Like,
something?
what would a question be?
It would be like
How to
this.
kill a salamander.
This president who signed the corrupt bargain in 1876 and Rutherford B. Hayes. Something like a lot of like history. I was good
Okay.
at history and like geography. This other guy, Joe, he was honestly a genius. He knew everything. Yeah.
Okay.
I looked up to him.
So that's who your squad.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, he knows everything about opera. Wow, that's cool. I think he's a lawyer now or something. He was great.
So that was the squad you were rolling with.
we were, yeah.
Were you friends with any jocks, any football players, any?
Did you get invited to any of the cool parties or dances?
No, I
or
didn't
anything?
dance. I still don't. Dancing scares the shit out of me. And I didn't drink in high school. We thought the kids who drank were losers.
Okay.
We made fun of them. We're like, oh, you guys are drinking. We were like kind of religious a little bit, and
The
we
crew.
did a little bit. The crew was a little bit
Influenced by the religion.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, to put in my friends in perspective, there's a guy named Sean who I still know to this day. He had a snot bubble, eternal snot bubble in his nose for 10 straight years. He had to get like 12 allergy shots a week. He couldn't breathe. He's like, Sean, my name's Sean.
That is a rough crew.
He figured it out in college, but it was an unfortunate man in
What
high
is
school.
George Washington?
Yeah. And he would always throw up in class in middle school.
Jesus
He was
Christ.
always throwing
Couple of
up
lady
in school.
killers.
Oh my God, we were all virgins in high school. We had one friend who was vaguely cool who got a blowjob senior year, and he was a god.
It
We're
was
like,
from the
oh
priest.
my, yeah. Whatever, you take what you can get.
Hey, a win's a win, baby.
The 18-year-old that gets molested by a priest.
He's out there looking for it.
He's like,
Hey, you guys do what you want, but that 9 o'clock mass is all right.
Father Walker doesn't use teeth, I'll tell you that much.
Were you an altar boy?
I was a few times, not a lot, probably a dozen times.
Okay.
Yeah, not a lot.
You ever work any weddings or funerals as an altar boy?
No, never did that.
And what was
Never.
your first job?
My first job, grocery bagger at Rainbow Foods.
Okay.
Yep,
This is all
grocery
checking out.
bagger.
It's
Yep,
funny.
yep.
How long did you do that?
I did it for a summer, and then I was.
How old were you?
I was whatever the legal age was, 15 or 16.
Who knows out
I
there?
feel like every bag you touched was wet somehow.
I was sweating over it. I'm like, you want me to carry your groceries out for you? No.
I don't want you. I don't know.
fucking
I don't want
freak.
you to know what kind of car I drive.
I
kid.
mean, and I had bad acne. I was such a loser. I was a huge loser.
Man, you
Oh
make
my
Dungeons
God.
and Dragons kids look like Brad Pitt.
They were the theater kids were cooler than I was. Absolutely.
All right, that paints a
Absolutely.
picture.
Yeah.
All right.
I did do one cool thing in my other job. Me and my actually,
Shoved in a locker.
I never got physically assaulted, only verbally abused. Only verbally abused. Me and my friend Sean, we ran the concession stand like for sports games, like
At the high school?
like basketball, soccer.
Oh, why didn't you
lacrosse.
say something? I'm sorry, man.
Guy's in the food and beverage business.
Tell me, get the chicks out in the lobby.
I could make a mean hot dog. You know, no one put relish on like I did. But
Okay.
we stole like thousands of dollars from our school.
Nice. All right. Now
that
we're
was
talking.
cool. That was cool.
Embezzlement.
They only paid us $20 for like a 4-hour shift. It was kind of under the table, and that's like slave labor basically. And we would take like 60 extra bucks every time.
That's great.
I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should even say this, but yeah. And we didn't know the other one was stealing until the final game we worked, and we like looked at each other like, "You were stealing the whole time." Where he's like, "Yeah, I was
Nice.
stealing." We would always shove $60 in my shoe. I'd always. Put
Was
it in
there
my
any
shoe.
ever suspicion of like?
I got caught one time. A lady sent an anonymous email to my mom saying, "I saw your son stealing money from the lacrosse ticket fund or whatever."
rat.
And she's like, "If he ever does it again, I'm gonna go to the principal." And I kept doing it, but I was a little more.
How'd you
sneaky.
kill her?
Oh,
Fed her to the salamander.
it was the babysitter's mom. She was coming back after all these years.
Okay. All right.
What was the first concert you went to?
First concert, I think it was either Green Day or U2.
That's-
It was one
those
of
are
those
two great
two.
ones.
Not bad.
American Idiot era. It was like 6 or 2005.
You go
I bet.
solo with your boys or your parents go
Parents and a friend, I believe. Yes. You know who I saw the most in like middle school, high school? Goo Goo Dolls. I saw them
Okay.
3 times.
I'll
3
give you that.
times.
You like
yeah.
That's a lot for the Goog. I like a
I don't-
Googs are okay. But
They're okay. That was
3
a middle.
times is
That
a
was
lot.
too much.
Yeah.
So well, it's because me and my mom could like agree.
Sure.
She would buy the tickets to a Goo Goo Dolls concert.
Very
yeah,
good.
that was.
So you go to
good.
concert with your mom
I went to a few with my mom
in high school.
Yeah. That's the kind of guy I was. I went to Van Halen with some friends. Smashing Pumpkins,
Okay.
Stone Temple Pilots, I think.
That's all good.
Those were
good.
not bad. Those
Yeah.
were not, Matchbox 20 with my mom.
There
Come
you go.
on,
That's
yeah.
that's
With your
mom
mom.
music.
Yeah,
That
I'll
was,
give you
that was
that.
a good one. That was
Especially
a good
around
one.
that time.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
give
exactly.
it to you. Kid, let's talk about Butcher Box, baby.
Oh, who don't love that butcher box?
Everybody loves Butcher Box. You want to know why?
Why that?
Grass fed, grass finished. We're talking wild caught. We're talking free range. Top quality pork delivered right to your door. You throw it in the freezer. When you're ready to use it, it's there and it's ready
It's not
to go.
just pork, baby. They got chicken,
Of course.
seafood. They got it all. Ground beef. How you doing?
They send us stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. You can't trust the shit you get in the grocery store. Do yourself a favor. Get over to Butcher Box. We use it. We love it.
Yeah, my wife makes a mean meatball out of it.
Yeah, she does.
German meatballs. How you doing? It's fantastic. I am a big fan of the ground beef. It's always chock full in the boxes that they send us. Bada bing, bada boom. You throw it in the freezer when you're
Plus
ready.
the freebies they give away.
It's great. The Butcher Box is an all-time company. You can sign up for Butcher Box today by going to butcherbox.com/AYG. Use code AYG at checkout and enjoy your choice of bone-in chicken thighs, top sirloins, or salmon in every box for an entire year.
nuts.
Plus, you get $20 off. I'm going to retell that.
There you go.
Use AYG at checkout and enjoy your choice of bone-in chicken thighs, top sirloins, or salmon in every box for an entire year, plus $20 off. Again, that's butcherbox.com/AYG. Use the code AYG. Do it.
Good.
What was the first car?
First car that
Your
I
car, yeah.
owned, I don't think I owned it, but that let me use was
It's either an
a
ice cream truck or a hearse.
A decommissioned ambulance.
a stretch limo. Yeah. I think it was a Ford Mountaineer or something.
Okay,
Or-
Mercury
or-
Mountaineer.
Mercury Mountaineer.
Yeah,
Mercury
those
Mountaineer.
were nice.
But you
nice.
know, I totaled it when I was 16 or 17. I was like kind of lost. It was back when you had to print off MapQuest directions.
sure.
So like I was shuffling through the MapQuest directions, kind of lost in downtown St. Paul, and I just T-boned a guy.
Where
It's
were you
actually
going?
Great. I was going to a friend's house or something. My other friend was in the passenger seat. It's actually amazing we didn't have traumatic injuries. We no one got hurt somehow, but both cars were totaled.
Okay.
It was really bad. It kind of ruined my life for like 2 years. It was not good. I was in the doghouse for quite some time.
Sure.
Obviously.
But it was an accident.
It was an accident, totally.
You weren't
I
boozing
wasn't
or nothing
drunk
like
or
that?
anything, no. My dad would have been like, you should have been drunk at least.
Yeah, what are
There's
you?
no excuse. You were sober.
When did you start drinking?
I drank at the night of my senior prom.
That's like a fucking episode of Saved by the Bell.
I think that's the way to go. I feel good about it. I had a pull of peppermint schnapps. Rumpelmans.
one drink?
Rumpelmans.
All right, I'll give you that.
I had a pull and then like a half shot later, and I was hammered. That was good. That was good for me. And I went alone to prom.
I was
I
gonna
want
ask
that to
ya.
be clear.
You went stag to
I
prom.
went stag. Well,
As
I
a
went,
group?
No.
Give me the details.
No, it was me. It was me alone. No one else
Got dropped
alone.
off by yourself?
I was just like, I have to go to prom, and no one.
I respect that, though.
I was too shy to ask. There was this one girl I was in love with, but we were like best friends. There was this whole friend zone thing, and she made a poster board that said soulmates on it of us being friends. It was brutal. It used to be a big joke in my act, but it's really, and she blocked me when she saw I was doing
Really?
it because I was bringing the poster board on stage, and she blocked me on everything. Like
Wait, she made it and gave it to you?
Yeah. It was like a big present. Like, this is why I'll never fuck you, because
Oh,
you're
Jesus
so
Christ.
good at listening.
When'd you kill her?
Yeah, I would have loved to for a couple of years. No longer. I've forgiven now.
Were
but-
you meeting up with friends at the prom?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. It
and
was.
That had dates?
They all had dates. Yes.
Even
They,
the snot-nosed kid?
they
the kid with
figured
the-
it out. They
He went with
found,
this snot-nosed girl.
there were girls on Quiz Bowl too.
And how did you get there? Did you drive?
I drove alone, I believe. Yeah, I remember vividly listening to.
Did your parents take pictures of you at the house by yourself?
There are actually almost no pictures of it. No, you
Probably
know,
no pictures of
you
him
know what the
growing up.
saddest part is? I wore a tuxedo T-shirt.
Oh my God.
I forgot about that.
Jesus
I
Christ.
thought it
dude.
was funny. I wore a tuxedo T-shirt. That was right.
1983.
Wait till the
maybe.
chicks see this.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
they're all.
Oh, we should have gone with Asmus. Oh my, he
So-
would be so good at
okay.
fingering. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Man, that's sad.
And I listened to. You remember the band Saliva?
I mean, by reference,
I
yeah.
don't remember why, but I just kept blasting this song by them called "Your Disease" beforehand. It was I don't know why.
Surprised they weren't lining up.
Yeah,
Where did you? So
brutal
you
stuff.
Was it at the school? The
No,
prom?
it was at like a cave in the Twin Cities. It's actually a really cool venue. They have
cave?
They have like a cave that like they used to use it during Prohibition. The bootleggers used, and they turned it into like
It's an event space now,
venue.
yeah.
Yeah,
was
it's
it a
actually-
catered affair? I can't remember at prom. Did they serve a meal?
It was catered.
I don't
yeah.
think a meal. I
No,
don't
yeah,
remember.
it was like cold cuts, cheese, a little punch
cuts.
that other kids would pour vodka in. I was like, punch is enough for me. I didn't drink till the party
I
afterwards.
can't have the sugar.
Yeah.
Ma says I won't be able to sleep at night.
Wait, man.
I haven't even said the most embarrassing thing about me as a
What?
kid. I wet the bed till I was like 15 or 16.
That's old. I was.
That was old.
It's
That was
documented.
old.
I'm an older. I
When
went to
were
bed.
you?
Not that.
9, 10?
Eight, maybe.
8, you pussy. Come on.
Those are rookie
Follow
numbers.
God's plan. You mentioned sleepovers. Sleepovers were very anxiety inducing for me. This is so crazy. I would have to stay up all night because I knew if I fell asleep,
He's sitting there drinking coffee with the dad.
waking up, you're up early.
Early bird gets the worm, huh, Frank?
I wouldn't drink pop because I knew I would piss the sleeping bag.
Yeah.
It was so bad. This is so crazy.
I'm assuming there has been those.
I wet the sleeping
Inci-
bag a few times
Yeah.
at the sleepovers. That's tough. Waking up in a puddle of piss, being like, "You guys want to play James Bond Nightfire? You guys want?"
I would get my dad. I'd call my dad. You'd be like, "Hey, is it cool if I stay over if it was like 8 o'clock or whatever?"
Yeah, yeah.
And I would always make sure you go to the bathroom. yeah. Just make sure you go. I'm like, I got it, dude.
Do you remember though wetting the bed? I've never talked to someone who remembers wetting the bed. It was always when you were in a dream and you were pissing in a
Not
dream.
me.
Really?
I think I was just letting it. It was just a bodily. It was just happening.
I
It was
would-
probably nerves and anxiety and all of.
It's like a
It was
disease.
emotional issues.
Yeah,
you know?
sure. I probably was molested.
wasn't- yeah,
the
I wasn't-
babysitter probably molested me too. That's why I got the money. But it was always you were in a dream. I was always in a dream in the ocean pissing, and then I would wake up and oh fuck, I'd be
Surrounded
pissing
by
in
hot
real
chicks.
life. Yeah, surrounded. Oh fuck, pee on me,
The
Jeff.
third president
Yeah.
was doing some off the wall trivia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brutal,
The
sad.
biggest dork in Minnesota was.
Shit,
me.
buddy.
Yeah, not good.
I sucked my thumb for a really long time.
Oh.
Maybe 13, 14.
Okay.
I might have still been doing it.
Really?
Possibly,
How did they
yeah.
get you to stop?
I think
He
they put.
found out about custard.
I think they put.
Gave him a blow pop.
They
Well,
put.
my mom, they put her finger in chicken poop. They would dip it in chicken poop and like, you're not gonna suck your fucking finger anymore.
That makes sense,
It
though.
stopped her. It
It's a
stopped
little
her.
extreme.
Yeah. That's like
They're
that's,
on a farm. These are chicken people.
yeah. Farm people are weird.
You got This is it's functional.
My-
It's like, hey, gal, we're not gonna fucking talk to them. We don't have those emotional tools.
That's for people who burn witches, man.
Hey,
That's
man.
crazy.
It's fucked up.
Well, I turned out all right. I didn't pee the bed until I was
They had
9.
to shoot the dog. I mean, they all shot the dog or cat. I mean, the farms are crazy. Crazy.
Man, that's wild. I think I got braces and it just didn't fit the right way anymore. Where it
Oh,
was
really?
comforting.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guys were brace kids too?
Yeah,
I
you?
think I was probably 7th to like 9th grade. Maybe,
Teeth
or
are
something
good.
Like, yeah, they did a good job.
Yeah.
I still got the thing in there. Yeah, in the back.
You're a pretty good-looking guy. Now, you're like an
I
average-looking guy.
wasn't for a while. I've made
I
my
think
way.
even when I first,
You don't say.
I made my way to a Midwest 6, but we for a while it was bad. I
right.
dressed so poorly. I'm not like a fashion icon now, but it was bad. I wore pajama pants in college a lot. That
That's
was my
all right.
to like class though and parties.
Parties?
Wearing Simpsons pajama pants at a house party. That's tough.
what was the social life in college like?
I went to University of Madison, Wisconsin. So it's
You went to
big.
Wisconsin?
I went to UW. Yeah, Badgers. It's a big. I mean, it's a big party school. I mean,
Sure.
I went wild in college.
You were
Big
drinking a
football
lot?
school?
I was football, school,
Love it.
basketball. I went to all the sports games. I mean,
Love that.
I was a blackout drunk 3 nights a week for 5 years. Like,
Okay.
Was the crew a little skew a little cooler?
The crew was cooler, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like nerdy, but we were cool. We figured it out.
No sports in high school, or
I did. I played soccer until like I was 16, and then track and cross country.
Track and
I was
cross
actually
country.
decent at track. Yeah.
Track and cross country in high school.
In high school, those were all 4 years.
Little
yeah.
league as a kid.
I did Little League till I was like 8 or 9. I played basketball till I was like 14 or 15.
Okay.
I was actually pretty athletic.
You didn't hang out with anybody on the cross country team?
But no, we did, but cross country kids aren't cool. Have you ever hung out with cross country kids?
I mean, compared to your squad.
They were, that was my connection to kids who drank and smoked.
Kids,
They smoked weed, maybe. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, Jake. Okay, yeah. Cross country is a fun sport. That's a great time.
Okay.
It's all individual. It's not team at all.
And the
basically.
grades were good, I assume?
I was pretty smart, yeah. I was in...
ACTs did you take?
I got 32 on the ACT.
That's pretty good.
What's that out of?
That's 36.
36.
Look at
And 32 is, I think it's probably 85th, 90th percentile.
Yeah, it's up
probably.
there. All right.
Yeah,
Anything
I did.
over 30, I heard.
Good
I remember.
GPA?
Yeah.
Good GPA. Yeah, I think 3.7, 3.8.
How many
maybe,
kids
or
did you graduate with?
200, 220.
All right,
I think I was in
pretty
the top
good-sized school.
30 maybe or something like
Medium-sized
that.
school.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Any other extra after-school extracurricular activities? Like, were you in any? Like, were you in the 4-H club or the
No,
fucking?
it was math team, quiz bowl, cross country, track. That was it.
Okay.
Yep, that was it.
That all checks out.
In college, I was in like this like alternative spring break where you don't go to PCB, you go to New Orleans and you paint houses during the day and party at night. That was like that was actually kind of fun.
I'll give you that.
was
You're
fun.
doing something good for people.
Did you get paid for
It
that?
was no.
Volunteer.
It was volunteer. Yeah, but you'd pay like $1,000 for all the lodging, and you get to go on a trip for a week, and that was
gotcha.
actually really fun. in
Yeah,
college.
that's
Where
pretty
did the
good.
other kids go?
What do you mean?
You said PB something?
Oh, the PCB. They would all go to like PC. That's in Florida, right? I never went on a spring break college trip.
PCB.
Panama City Beach.
Panama
Okay.
It's
City
by like
Beach.
Tallahassee, I think.
Okay.
Tallahassee.
I never went on those.
That's where all the
spring
kids
break
went.
It was like there or Myrtle Beach were the two.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Okay, I mean, hell of a stories thus far.
Any
Really? Oh
other
God, I didn't know.
any other job experience in high school except for working the one summer at the grocery store?
It was the concession stand. I was a soccer referee. That was actually a pretty lucrative
intramural?
job. Yeah, no, I was like 15 or 16 refereing like 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Like
Okay.
parents screaming at you, like,
Sure.
that wasn't out of bounds. Like
You
all these,
virgin?
Yeah. I bet you've never fucked. True. That was actually a great job. You got paid like $40 an hour. That was a really
That's
good job.
pretty good.
You only
Okay.
got like 5 or 6 hours a week, but that's pretty good.
And all the orange slices you could eat.
Yeah, if they had leftover Hostess cupcakes or whatever.
Back to
Yeah.
we deviated back to the food in the house. What was the food in the house like? Were you eating dinner as a whole family? Was your mom cooking? Your dad cooking? Takeout?
They would both cook. They're very good cooks. They made good chicken marsala was a big.
Okay.
You ever have chicken marsala?
Yeah, it's every
so
dirt. It's
good.
every dirtbag.
Is that a dirtbag?
my
food?
mom?
Really?
I'll do the chicken marsala.
I thought it was so good.
Yeah,
You-
that dirtbags. I mean, it's good.
Oh, my
but
God.
dirtbags think that's like
You
you're
pour that
you're in
gravy
Italy.
over the rice. I was, oh my
Rice.
god. Yeah, you'd have it with rice. A little chicken and rice. Oh my god. Meatloaf, tater tot, hot dish is a Minnesota thing.
Wait, say meatloaf tater tot hot dish is
no,
one
those
word?
are separate. Those are separate. Those are separate. Those are separate.
I don't know. You almost turned it around
Your
for me.
eyes were bulging
I
for
was
a
like,
second. You're like,
what?
holy
Yeah.
fuck. Well,
All right.
does the tater tot hot dish out east too?
No, it's called tater tot hot dish.
That's a thing. Yeah, it's a layer of tater tots.
I'm gonna
on
get eyes on
top,
it right now.
And then below it's like beef and like cream of soup.
I like
And you
the
cook
sound
it
of
in like a baking pan.
That's all
It's
right.
pretty good. It's not that's
Yeah,
like,
it's like a
tr-
casserole.
It's a casserole.
Who
Yeah,
threw out the
tater tot
meatloaf? Who
hot
made the
dish.
meatloaf? Your mom or your dad?
They would both. My dad would cook more than my mom. I
Good
would
job
say.
on the meatloaf?
They were good cooks.
You like
My
a
dad-
meatloaf?
I don't think I stand by it anymore. I'll
Really?
stand by it. I think tater tot hot dish. I'll stand
Yeah.
by that. That's
Okay.
good. The other big thing. This is more when we were with my relatives. Jello salad. Huge Minnesota thing. With
what's
like,
in that?
It's like a bowl of Jello with like either marshmallows or like old fruit.
I'm with you.
Like the fruit that was expired, basically.
I'm with
They'd
you.
throw
Similar
it in.
to like, did you ever have ambrosia?
No, what's
You don't know
that?
ambrosia?
That's a different version.
Yeah,
of
it's a
that.
different version.
Like a marshmallow
Jell-O.
version
Yeah,
of
Mark,
that.
you put Cool Whip on the top.
Yeah.
That was big in my family as well, the Jello salad.
It's really bad.
It's not great.
So everyone over 50 loved it though. They do it for the grandmas to get in the will. You got to make a good
Sure.
Jello salad.
Keep her on the good
Sometimes
side.
people would do like the Coca-Cola Jello too.
Oh,
Or
I
what,
remember that. That
Pepsi-flavored
was
Jello.
all right.
Oh yeah. That was
I don't remember this.
The food
Remember
out.
that?
I just
I think it was
re-remembered.
Pepsi had the
It
deal
might have
with
been
them.
Pepsi. I think it was
Yeah, orange
Pepsi.
cola flavor.
Yeah. Oh God, it was bad.
I just
hated that.
re-remembered Jello letters. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Jigglers. Didn't they call them jigglers?
Oh yeah,
Jello was big. What's the other old people food? Lutefisk in Minnesota.
What's that?
Pickled herring.
You know what fricassee is?
Lutefisk.
No, lutefisk. Lutefisk. It's like a pickled herring. It's really
Lutefisk. There
pungent.
it is. Food.
What does it look like again?
Yeah, it doesn't look great. It's
no,
just like whitefish.
It's jellied fish. Yeah, it's bad. Head cheese, another old people thing. It's like gelatinous.
brined and lye.
Sure.
Head cheese is that's cow face.
It's the skin around the skull of a cow, yes, with gelatin. Yeah, it's really fun. You eat it cold too. That's an above 50-year-old thing.
What
too.
were your lunches like? Were you packing a lunch? Were you buying a lunch?
We would in middle
liver and onions.
liver
Probably.
and you know what we had a lot? I would have Cheez-Its and peanut butter in my lunch a lot. A lot of that.
And you would dip
them together. That's another dip we
Two
did.
things I love.
That's
which
not bad.
I never
dipped
had that.
Cheez-Its and peanut
But
butter.
the salty sweet
Oh,
is probably
do it tonight.
great.
It's amazing.
On the East Coast,
Truly amazing.
we have Lance. This company Lance makes pre-packed crackers. That's a cheese cracker with peanut butter in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are
Home
so
run.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, those are amazing. Yeah, that was in high school we bought a lunch. It was actually pretty good. It was like a la carte food. It was actually pretty good food, honestly.
Nice.
They have a pretty wide variety,
I
actually.
like how we said a la carte.
A la carte.
As opposed
It
to
was
the-
fancy.
I had my
opposed to the-
chicken more solid. A la carte.
I'm gonna do the prefix today.
Well, because you could buy a meal in middle school, but it was so bad. We found like aluminum foil in the
Yeah,
middle of the
it's
chicken.
it's
It was like
horrible.
it was disgusting.
Were you allowed to eat in your room as a kid?
Yeah, you could eat in your room. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
okay?
No TV in the room though.
What
You
a-
couldn't-
TV?
I didn't have a TV.
What are the
No.
meals like now?
What do I eat? I really only eat
You wake-
pre-made meals, honestly.
Like
I
what?
don't cook. I'll buy like pre-made salad, frozen pizza,
That's
pre-made
it.
meal. I really never cook.
Who you
I
living
hate
with?
cooking. I live with my girlfriend in Bed-Stuy.
You and your girl got a place.
She cooks. She cooks for herself. I'm not. Feminism's gone far enough. I'm not gonna make you cook.
So you
I'm
don't.
a huge bitch, is what I'm saying.
She'll make dinner just for her, and you'll do a frozen pizza.
I'll do like the nice little. I don't even know what like pre-made grocery meals. Like you got like a little salmon
Will
fillet
you guys
and rice.
eat together?
Not very often because
You have different
I'm doing
schedules?
spots at night.
Sure.
She's working during the day.
So it's
yeah.
not like it's dinner time. She's made a meal for herself.
This
And I'm
happens.
just sitting there with like a peanut butter sandwich. No, that doesn't happen very often.
And did you
no.
meet her out here?
I met her in Chicago and I did comedy there.
And then you
we
guys moved out here
out
together.
here about a year and a half
And
ago.
what does she do?
She's a she's a therapist. She's just a therapist.
Okay.
She does
Really?
Zoom therapy, yeah.
Does good.
Yeah, it's a decent living. I mean, it's
Okay.
a terrible job.
And
so
also, when you're
quickly.
doing it, is she doing it in the apartment?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like you can't. You're like
It's in the bedroom, and I try not to hear it, but I do hear it,
Sure.
and she's not supposed to tell me, but she tells me, and it's
Jesus Christ.
it's fucked up. It's fucked up the things people do. She
Yeah.
doesn't say any names. I want to know that for HIPAA. Anyone
Of
watching?
course.
Yes.
Huh.
yes.
Of course. When was the last time you were at an Applebee's, TGI Fridays, or Olive Garden, or anything
Wow.
of the ilk?
You know what? I went to I go to those at the airport sometimes, like a
They're not-
B-Dubs or a
it's- they're-
Chili's
they're
at the airport.
Fridays, they're great.
That's the best option at an
Yeah.
airport.
This is on the way out, I would assume.
I would either if I get there early enough, or probably if I get a delay. Probably more if I get a delay.
Will you eat at the airport when you land?
Now, thank God, I got the Delta Sky Lounge, so we can eat there. But before that,
But I'm saying,
before I leave, yeah, I'll try to get.
no, when you land to wherever
if you
you're
land
going.
back in New York.
I'll go to the Delta Sky Lounge and eat. Yeah. Because it's
Before you
free.
go home.
Yeah. Free meal. Come on. That's
Jesus.
great. It's good food. You guys been to the lounge? They got
Sure.
good.
I'm
pepper.
a lounge. I don't love the lounge though because
I don't like the people there. I don't like the
Sure,
the
it's
snooty
like everybody
businessmen,
thinks
no.
they're very cool.
They look at us and they think, how do these guys afford the lounge?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they
It's like
couldn't
I fly 400,000 miles a year.
Yeah, right.
Jerk off. Shut up
Yeah.
and give me my eggs.
They're also watching you stuff muffins in your pockets or whatever.
I do steal cream puffs and stuff.
Sure.
Cookies.
They,
Absolutely.
the Cliff Bar. They want you to take all that
They
shit.
absolutely. They're fine. Delta's fine, I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
Can you swim?
We went to Applebee's a lot as kids.
As a kid.
Applebee's and
Nice.
Red Lobster were big.
That's good.
High
Red
school-
Lobster's big.
High school Applebee's was like that's where we hung out. That we
We
were like
did.
that's
We kind of
cool.
did this. We felt like adults. We're like everybody
Half
scraped
price-
together
half price
$20 and we're
apps
going to Applebee's
and
or whatever.
Perkins too.
Perkins. I
Perkins
like a
and
Perkins.
Baker's Square had all you can eat pie for like $10. That was a fun.
Man,
that
they didn't
was.
see you
Would that
coming,
be like
did
a
they?
They
Friday-
did not. They were like he can't eat. I'll put down 3 slices of peanut butter pie.
Would that be like a Friday night?
That was like that was after like high school hockey's big in Minnesota, so we would go to a high school hockey game and then go to that afterwards till like 2 a.m. That was our wild night.
That's fun,
The
though.
other
Gotcha.
kids were drinking. That was our fun night.
Sure.
That was
Could you
kinda fun.
swim is what I was asking.
Could you swim? I could swim. Yeah, I took swimming lessons when I was like 6, 7, 8 years old. I hated them, but I can swim. Yeah.
Have you ever checked into a hotel with your own cooler?
Not me, but as a kid, every vacation.
The family would.
Always had a cooler. Oh yeah.
Okay.
How could you? Do most people say no?
That's a relatively new one, but it is a 100% trash thing. Unless it's for
really?
like baby formula or something.
If you're
like
on
that.
a vacation, you gotta have a cooler. If you're on a road trip, obviously have a cooler. You save so much money. Vacations, we didn't go to restaurants very often. It was a lot of like cold cut. You make deli sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah, we got to go on a lot of vacations, but my parents made them cheap, if that makes sense, which was fun. A lot of camping.
Oh, God.
A lot of camping. They were penny pinchers, honestly.
I'm picking up on that.
My mom was a coupon lady.
Really?
Big book of coupons. You get 7 cents off beef if you buy 12 pounds.
And has that rubbed off on you? Are you good with money?
I wasn't, well, because I turned, I didn't tell the whole story of the babysitter thing. When I turned 18, I got that money.
You got the money?
I got the money. It went into my bank account the day I turned 18.
What are we talking about?
It was $250,000. It was a lot of money.
What
it was a lot
the
of money.
fuck?
Yeah, it was a lot of money. Yeah, and
So that
How
paid
the
for
fuck
school.
did this lady pay for that?
I don't know. I actually have never asked because I think
They
it would
couldn't
bum
have
me
sued
out.
her directly.
They must have done like
They're her
she declared
insurance company
bankruptcy or something, or she might have been part of a company. I don't think so though.
Her like auto, if she was covered to drive the car, the auto insurance, I had
Oh,
personal
yeah, it might
liability
have.
on the auto insurance.
Yeah, I
or
don't
something.
think they sued
She
her.
could, if she was
hope
babysitting,
not.
she couldn't have accumulated $250,000.
There's no way. She was not older than 25.
Yeah,
too,
she must
when-
have opened one hell of a lemonade stand.
Yeah, no. There had to be some sort of policy getting sued.
You got 250 G's when you
Yes,
fucking
when
turned 18.
and I didn't know it was coming. I didn't know this accident happened till the day I turned 18. And my parents
Peanut
were
butter
like,
and cheese, it's for everybody.
my parents sat me down there like crying, telling this story. It means nothing to me. I was like a year old when it happened. But they're like crying. It's like, well, this is why we go to church every week. We pray to God that you survived. And then, by the way, you get $250,000. And what would you do if
When
you got
did they tell you this?
Literally my 18th birthday?
That could have been
day
interest
after.
and stuff all accumulating
I think
over
it was.
years and
I
stuff.
think it was interest and
You
stuff.
didn't have to
as
share
well.
it with your sister or anything
No,
like that?
She wouldn't
no.
die for
she
8
didn't
minutes.
Die. I died for 8 minutes. I think I earned it. 30K
I
a
mean,
minute.
that certainly explains the bedwetting.
Yeah. yeah.
You break her
That
off
actually makes
50
sense.
G's.
No,
or
you
something.
don't.
I should
Did
have.
she know about it?
I don't think she knew, actually. No, I don't think she knew. No. She was
She
younger.
knows now, right?
She knows now, yes. Yeah, I doubt she knew. I think only
I would be fucking pissed at you. If my brother got
Really?
250 fucking G's
I've
on his
never-
18th birthday and didn't break me off,
Yeah, but it's
what
not
the
like
hell
his-
are we doing here?
Me and my sister didn't get along in high school. We hated each other because she was like a cool
That was
part.
our first
She was a
mistake.
cool
Yeah.
party girl who slept with a couple of my friends one time, and that made so after like senior year,
Who of your friends was getting laid?
Bubble guy.
There was like one hipster art guy that was kind of cool. Like he was like he played guitar or whatever, kind of like. And after my senior year, I got wild and I threw like parties a lot. When my parents were gone, I would throw like backyards parties and stuff. And then one time
With the cash.
I would put a little money down. Yeah.
What did
yeah.
that do to your brain?
It destroyed it.
What did you have?
I went wild. Yeah.
What did you have saved up? I mean, you seem like a responsible guy when you were a kid.
I had because I stole a lot of that money from the concession stand. I had a couple shoeboxes full of 20s. I had a pretty good amount. For
Maybe
like,
a grand?
I probably had like $2,000 or $3,000. I bet at the end of high school. Yeah, the referee job paid pretty well.
I didn't
actually.
have $2,000 or $3,000.
And the
till
only
about
things
4
I
years
bought
ago.
were like
I know, I was
video
just thinking
games
that.
and like sports cards. I was obsessed with basketball cards. I spent a lot of money on that in high school.
Okay, in high school.
I kind of gave up in college.
So the
but
day before your 18th birthday, which is when? Are you still in high school?
May 8th, I was literally graduating in 2 weeks. May 18th. Yeah, so it was like right when I was graduating.
Man, shout out to your parents for not saying anything.
They should have said something at like 16, in my opinion.
No,
They should have
dude,
prepped me. Like
to find out the next day you're getting a fucking $250,000?
maybe put me in a financial literacy class.
Yeah,
or
that's the
something
thing.
like
It's like
that. Like
that
Oh,
just,
they didn't monitor at all?
no, it just got.
They can't.
It
It's
went
literally
in,
his money.
It literally went in my. It was wired into my bank account the day I turned.
That's
the
fucking
day
nuts.
I turned 18. Yeah.
What was the first crazy purchase?
I bought a kid I barely knew an Xbox. Just
Damn.
like he was like, "You buy me an Xbox, you're rich." And I was like, "Okay," and then
Oh,
I did it.
well, that didn't sound
You
so
was-
cool.
It wasn't cool at all. That was really
You
embarrassing.
told people.
I couldn't keep my mouth shut.
I tell everybody.
People took advantage of it. Sir, I bought a lot of concert tickets for friends. I was fairly generous. But in
Did you give
college,
your sister anything? You got-
nothing. I hated her for like 3 or 4 years of my life. Yeah.
Dude, she probably
In
fucking
college, I
hated
bought
you.
so much weed and alcohol. I was buying everything. Yeah.
Now, hold on.
I was so irresponsible in high school. There's this thing called reciprocity. Like, you go to a school in another state, you can like Minnesota people can pay like Wisconsin prices. Does that make sense? Like,
I
you
gotcha.
pay in-state
Sure.
tuition.
like a neighbor rate.
Yeah. And I was so full of cash, I didn't even apply for the discount. I just paid twice as much tuition for like 2 semesters.
So out of the 250,
I respect the flaunt, big
Yeah,
guy.
I was like, "What? I love University of Wisconsin
Set
Madison.
yourself
Come
up
on,
with some
yeah, the
sweatshirts.
alumni fund. They don't ask me for donations. I did it.
So
Huh.
hold on.
That's
So
crazy.
Out of that 250, though, you had to pay for your college education.
I had to pay for everything. Yes. I
At
paid,
that point, your parents are like, you're all relatively on your own.
Yeah, I'm on my own. Yeah. So that.
Now, how much was Wisconsin for 4 years at the time?
I went for 5 because I drank a little too much one year, but it probably ended up with like housing. It probably ended up being like $200,000.
So is there any remnants?
Plus, I studied abroad twice. I studied
Ah,
abroad
this guy
twice.
parties.
I
I'll give you
partied.
that.
I studied abroad in Ireland for a summer, and I went wild.
So there's no remnants of
No, it's
that,
all gone.
That two,
all
200
gone.
left.
It was gone probably by the time I was 24. I bet. yeah.
Good for you, my friend.
I didn't invest a single dime of it.
That's crazy.
God, if I would have done a Roth IRA or maybe
Oh, yeah,
just a little like
sure.
treasury bond or something, I'm so
Or
fucking.
bought a fucking Bitcoin back
Could
then?
have bought. Oh my God, I would be so rich. I am so stupid. I had a great time for 5 or 6 years.
Here you
though.
go. That's hey, buddy.
And
for
at
you.
University of Wisconsin too is like a top 5 party school, so
Sure.
it was tough to say no. And I didn't drink in college too, or high school. I mean,
So
I
now
went-
it's like you're big.
I went wild.
Yeah.
I went crazy.
Hey, listen. I
What did your
respect
parents say when you're 25? Hey, that's all gone.
They weren't surprised. They knew it. They knew when I studied abroad for the second time. They're like, he's
that.
not really
Studying abroad is crazy. Studying abroad twice.
I went
is
to
nuts.
Israel for a summer. They're not like, this guy's watching his coin.
Yeah.
Like, I was blowing it.
Sure.
Going to Greece and Germany when I was 20 years old.
I wanted to see what Croatia was like.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Now I can't go.
Holy shit.
I can't afford to go now, but I could then.
Huh.
How's the cash now? You good with money?
In the last year or two, I've
Yeah,
been.
yeah,
I'm a much more financially literate person.
Gotcha.
I'm doing the Roth IRA. We're doing the
Gotcha.
CD accounts. You got it. It's so stupid not to. But
Yeah,
I did
totally.
it. I
You're
did
talking
it.
to someone.
I didn't until 2 years ago. I didn't do
Yeah.
it until 2 years ago.
Okay. How many do you own? Any suits? If you had to go to a wedding tomorrow, I guess.
I only have a suit because I had to go to my sister's wedding.
Okay.
We bought it like 4 months ago.
Where'd you get it?
I got it at Kohl's, I believe. Kohl's, yeah. You know, it was a nice suit. It was a nice
Sure.
suit.
I saw pictures. You looked good.
I forgot my dress shoes though, and had to wear Vans at the wedding as the priest.
That's cool, though.
that's-
It was also a really casual wedding. My
Were they
sister's-
new Vans?
They were fairly new. Fairly
Okay.
new.
I'll give you that.
And my it was like my sister. They're like hippies. They didn't even want to have a wedding. They
Wait, so
only
you
did it.
officiated your sister, so everything's all patched up now.
Yeah, we're great friends now. We're even friends for like a
yeah, once he got
decade.
broke
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
She fucking, hey, come back to the dark side, will you?
Honestly,
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean those
Trying to
things.
get my job back
they
at the
coincided,
concession stand.
yeah, a little bit, honestly. Yeah.
What'd you give your sister for her wedding?
You know what? I haven't given the gift yet.
What?
I haven't. I got so stressed out by the officiating.
About the, yeah, sure, of course.
I've heard you get a
you
year.
forgot to
You get
write
a
it
year. You get a
down.
year.
That's
You
a
get
good
year.
back thing. You get a
That's
year.
twice you're
What are you
screwed.
going to
I'm
give
gonna
her?
buy her a trip probably, or be like, tell me where you want to go, I'll pay for it, something like that.
Very
We're
good.
talking a couple of G's.
It'll probably they're hiking people, but it'll probably be like 1,500, 2,000. I think.
That's-
I think that's
hey,
what I'm gonna do.
home run.
Great.
That's a good gift.
All the granola you could chew.
Yeah. They're just gonna spend it on weed. That's
Sure.
all they'll do. Fucking
You got to sit through a
losers.
timeshare pitch.
Yeah,
first, right?
that would be amazing. I make her do that.
I mean,
that's fun.
I don't have a whole bunch. Have you ever owned a bowling ball or a pool cue?
No, we went bowling. That was a fun.
Sure, that was a
in
good
high
time.
school,
Yeah,
that was a
for
good
sure.
time. No, we had a friend who owned a bowling ball. He was a huge. He had his own shoes and a bowling ball. That's sad.
What a nerd, huh?
That is. Yeah.
What a
It's so funny
weirdo.
when I could find people to look down on.
Sure.
There was the theater kids. We looked down on the theater kids. We thought we were cooler than them.
Are you taking?
You were wrong.
I don't think I was wrong. We were wrong. That was. Now I look back. Theater's sick. Theater's like cool.
Are you taking any vacations now?
I'm trying
you
this
and the
summer.
lady?
I'm trying to. Well, you know, I'm getting into jam bands. That's what I'm doing.
Oh God.
That's a guy who just found out about mushrooms.
Yeah.
Is that true?
This is a guy. No, this is a guy who just got back into weed. That's me.
There you go.
I was a huge stoner in college. Gave it up for like 8 years. The last 2 years, I'm back.
You know
on
what'd be
the
good? You know what
wagon.
mix well with this? 48 minute song.
Yeah. You guys are. I knew this would be an anti-jam band crowd. I knew it. Come on.
Because we have ears and functioning
Come on,
personalities.
You and your fat cats.
Fuck, Ween's from Philly. Come on, Philly native.
Ween
stinks.
No,
They stink.
I thought you would love Ween, Toby.
Oh, you thought wrong.
No way.
He's got a big ween.
I love Ween.
Chocolate and Cheese is one of my favorite albums.
Chocolate and cheese is
I think you're
amazing.
gonna say you're a dessert.
I love
30th anniversary concert in Philly this fall. Yeah,
I love it.
I'm taking a lot of
I didn't know they
tickets.
were considered a
Still
jam
available.
band.
They're kind of jammy. They do different sets every night.
They take drugs.
They take a lot of drugs. Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
I'm not even a drug guy, really. I only smoke weed, really. But I'm building vacations around jam bands. That's what I'm doing
I respect
now.
Is
you.
your
You gotta
girl
have
like that?
She enjoys it. I don't think she loves it. She likes it.
How
a
about
little.
getting a beach house or?
We're going to Jersey Shore.
Where?
Late July.
What Jersey Shore?
Point Pleasant.
That's nice.
I'm doing a one-nighter at Uncle
Oh,
Vinny's.
God. Okay.
Doing a Sunday at Uncle Vinny's. We're turning it
Plug
into
it.
a little weekend at
There
a
you
beach
go.
house.
That's
is,
fun.
Is that the Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
That is okay.
Yeah,
I've never,
anything.
Is it is Point Pleasant trashy? I know nothing.
I don't
about
think
that.
I don't think I've ever been. To me, that always skewed classier, but I
okay.
don't know I don't know much about
The
it.
Jersey
Okay.
Shore is kind of its own thing as far as.
I'm excited to go.
There's
I've never
very
been
rich
there.
parts of the Jersey Shore, and there's very shitty parts of the
Really?
Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
excited to see it all. I've never been near
Yeah.
there.
It'll be great.
Is
Yeah,
that
it's
like
beautiful.
a Philly vacation? You guys are both Philly.
I'm going to the shore.
going to the
As this airs, I'll be at the shore, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I grew
nice.
up going to Wildwood, New Jersey.
Is that South Jersey?
That's the shittiest one. It's like one of Atlantic City and Wildwood are like the last two free beaches.
Oh.
So that's why they're so trashy.
Atlantic City that bad?
Oh, Atlantic City. I mean,
I
Atlantic
knew
City's horrible.
it was cool, and now it's
Yeah,
or it was
the 20s.
Really? Is it that long ago? Oh,
No,
shit. Oh,
the
no.
last time we were doing a show in Atlantic City a few years ago. I went to buy batteries or something at the CVS, and there was a guy with an open wound on his face behind me, waiting in line. I'm like, I'm like, you can go, and he's like, nah, I'm good. He was like, he wasn't even buying anything for the wound. He was buying like a magazine or something. I'm like, buddy, get
Buy some gauze.
yeah, do something here. Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my God.
I mean, the kid's fucking trash. I gotta.
Am I trash?
Oh, what are you
my
out of your
God.
fucking mind?
with the twisted dork?
Wow. From the suburbs.
Trash with a dork floater.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I'll take it. I'll
the
take
Arnold
that.
Palmer of dirtbag.
Yeah, I mean, you had a bird, you lived on a dead end,
Yeah.
The dead end.
you
okay.
blew 200 grand.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
One of the trashiest guys to be in here in the last couple of months, I would say.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I'll
Yeah.
take it. Was the tuna bad?
The tuna wasn't great.
summer
Chips
tuna.
being your favorite
You
food.
sued your babysitter.
I stand by chips. I'll
You
stand
died.
by
250 grand.
What I would ask, if you're not that you're pushing back against it, but what do you think makes you class? What have you told us that we were like, whoa?
I thought like the quiz bowl math
Okay,
team.
all right.
Not drinking until college. I thought that was
That's
kind of
dork shit.
Is
Yeah.
that dork? Is dork garbage?
It's
dork
not
is
cool.
garbage. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
no, but it's
not
like,
cool. Definitely,
it's not classy.
Yeah, yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
true. That's
it's
true.
not like whoa.
Yeah, throwing up at my throwing up from Rumpelmans when I was 18 is not cool.
You
The
didn't
That's-
say
bed
you
wedding
threw
didn't
up.
help
The
either.
bed wedding, you know what? I was brave to even share that.
I agree
want
with
that
you.
to be clear.
I agree
That's
with you.
bravery. They use the word a lot online. I did it.
Sure.
What's your middle name?
Thomas, GTA, Jeffrey Thomas.
Pretty
Asmus.
good.
GTA,
Nah,
all right.
That was a fun little
I mean,
joke.
that's not going to pull him out of this.
Asmus was a terrible name in high school. A lot of ass.
Sure.
Jeffrey Astamouth was my nickname in high school and college. So
That's because your behavior in the bedroom.
I've never done it. I'm too scared to live up to my name.
Sure.
Jeffrey Asperger, Astamouth, Assmaster, every ass you can think of. I've been called that. Joffrey, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving this guy
Well, you do have the
wedgies.
classy spelling
It's
of
the classy
Jeffrey.
You
Jeffrey. You know what? I got called Gregory hundreds of times.
Sure.
Every teacher would call me Gregory. I don't know why. That was a thing.
Huh.
Yep. God, I'm garbage. Okay, I'll take it. I like that.
I mean, the fact
I
that
think
you're surprised
I
is
didn't know
great.
there was Minnesota garbage. I thought we were a classy state. Am I the first Minnesotan on the pod?
No.
No,
Who
we
else?
had
Or Chad Daniels.
Chad
probably?
Daniels,
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah. He's got to be
He
garbage.
was psychopath too.
He's
He's got a
garbage.
serial killer stillness in him that
Yes.
will shake you to the core.
Shout out to the big guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love
Jeffrey
that.
Asmus, everybody.
Thank you.
Very funny stand-up comedian. Do yourself a favor. See him on the road.
Please.
Check out his special, Only Funny White Man, over there on the YouTube. Check out his podcast, You're an Idiot. Anything else you want the folks
Plug
to know?
dates. This will be out next week.
My website, whitecomedian.com, folks. I bought it a decade ago for $80 a year. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm touring in every fucking city this fall. It's never ending. But
Sure. Yeah, he's on the road all the
filming
time.
a special this fall, so the new hour, check it out on the road.
One of the
Thank
funniest
you.
work.
Yeah,
we
man.
love you, buddy.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you
course.
so
Great.
much for coming in.
Fantastic.
Kippy, what do you got for him?
Guys, Red Bank, New Jersey, the Count Basie Theater. It's a big one, August 17th. Tickets available at RUGarbage.com, plus the Route 66 tour starting in Chicago and in LA. 10 cities, 12 days. We got a bus. We're shooting the whole thing. Get those tickies.
Quizball, thanks for coming in, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Gang, we love you, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.